This is a video I don't want to make. Hello guys and welcome back. Welcome back to Dylan's Little Hobbies. And in today's video, my 9-gallon Fluvo Flex tank broke. Well, it didn't break, you know. It cracked. It wasn't like, and there was no crack, boom, explosion, water everywhere, great video. No, none of that, no. I don't want to make this video, but here I am. I kind of have to, right? Because it's an update for my YouTube channel on my fish hobby. Yeah. What happened was pretty simple. It must have happened a couple weeks ago because I didn't know, you know. I just kept thinking that every time I fill the tank, because I keep my tank pretty warm, it's a tropical water, as well as it's summertime, right? It's extremely hot. And even though I keep my room as cold as I possibly can, the sun, I like opening my window to have sunlight, and it does hit the tank, causing, you think a lot of algae, but I have snails in this tank, so I almost get nothing. I mean, I do have algae grow, but the snails eat it. But I thought, okay, it's just evaporating quickly. Let me just, you know, because by the end of the week, it would be, basically like a gallon and a half would be gone. I'm like, okay, let me go do a water change and, you know, fill up the tank. No big deal. My God. So what happened was I was cleaning my room. In fact, the reason why I was cleaning my room was because I'm actually moving from room to the other room, which is a totally different video, and I'll do somewhere down the line like an update video on me changing rooms to a new room in the house. And I was planning to move this tank to my new room. I was going to put in the bathroom first, just for about 3 days, and then move it to my new room. But I went to go and clean around my room, you know, and I know it's on my cabinet water, and I haven't done a water change in like 3-4 days, and the tank is already starting to get low. So yeah, the back was obviously leaking, and I should have grabbed the camera or whatnot. I'll show you guys the tank, obviously, in this video, but the tank was leaking. And how did it leak in the beginning? Well, I don't know. My best guess is a couple of times while trying to clean out the filter in the tank, because that's where it actually broke. It broke in the back of the filter, and that's where it broke. And a lot of the times, I'm going to admit it, I've dropped my filtration media, and I have those bricks, right? Those bio bricks in the back of this tank, right? And then I have like you know, sand gets around everywhere in the tank because it all just gets kicked up when I do a water change, and then I drop a brick. Not on purpose, obviously, it's on accident, but maybe I've dropped that brick in the same spot one too many times and it cracked the tank. And that's the thing, like, I would look at it and I thought, oh my god, I just scratched the tank. I checked it. I put my hands around it. I felt no, like, no crack through the thing. I'm like, okay, so I'm good. I scratched the inside of the filter compartment, but who cares? It's inside the filter compartment. But I guess over time, with me draining the water and filling it back up, that scratch just got deeper and deeper and deeper, and eventually it just gave way. Now it didn't give way to like boom water everywhere. Ah me. No, it didn't do that. Just when I went to go clean up some stuff behind my cabinet, I found water dripping down from the back of my cabinet, not onto the wall, thank God, because water damage. I don't want that in my house again. My fridge broke one time and water damage was everywhere. Yeah, in my kitchen. That was fun. I don't want to go through that again with water damage. So now I have a cracked tank. So I was gonna move it to the bathroom anyway. Instead of freaking out, I just went and grabbed some towels. I drained the tank. I moved the tank to my bathroom. I was gonna move it there anyway because I'm actually moving rooms, and I was going to put this tank in my new room within 3 days, right? But I just needed somewhere to put it for the fish, so I can move that cabinet. But the tank is cracked, and I filled it back up, and it holds water until you get to the crack. So at least, I have a container for my fish. Now I could just keep my fish in the 3-gallon bucket, but with everything, at least they have 8 gallons of water. Like it's a gallon and a half less, so 7.5 gallons of water. It's a 9-gallon tank. So what am I going to do now? That's the end of this tank. This is the end of the line. This is the last video in my playlist of this 9-gallon tank. I'm gonna move all of these videos to my old tank playlist. What am I going to do now? Well, I was thinking about upgrading to a 15-gallon for a while. This is my first Fluval Flex tank, actually. I got this tank specifically because I wanted to upgrade from a 2-gallon fishbowl for my betta fish a couple years ago. And finally, when I had the chance to do it and the money to do it, I got a 9-gallon aquarium, and I put my betta fish and shrimp in there. And then eventually, after a year, my betta fish died due to my own mistakes. It had nothing to do with the tank. It was my own mistakes. And then it sat in the garage for about 6 months. I brought it back out, and I put shell dwellers in it. That's the history of this tank in a nutshell. Eventually, my 27-gallon was, the filter broke on my 27-gallon tank, and I replaced the 27-gallon with a 32.5. I put the shell dwellers in 32.5, and the tetras that I had left in the 27-gallon went into the 9-gallon because a lot of my tetras passed away after my filter broke. Yeah, that was fun. But the tetras that are in this aquarium, as well as the Cory cats, these are my oldest fish. Like, my oldest fish would have been 5 years. They've passed away. These guys are 4 years old. This tank is indeed 4 years old. And yeah, at least I can save the fish. I plan to actually get a Fluval Flex 15-gallon tank. And I have decided I want a tank in my room, but I was talking to my dad, and he's right. It's such a pain having a tank upstairs, running upstairs with the buckets of water. Instead, I'm actually going to keep it in the living room with my other tank. So I'm going to get a Fluvoflex 15 gallon, which this is the Fluvoflex 9 gallon. This is the end of the Fluvoflex 9 gallon. I'm going to get the 15 gallon, a little bit of an upgrade. Maybe I can get some more Tetras in the tank now, but because that's something else that I kind of wanted to do. I wanted to get a couple more Tetras. But with that said, this is the end of the tank, and I am going to get the Fluvoflex 15 gallon and everything in this tank, the rock, the sand, the filtration media, yes, including that brick, I am going to put into the new 15 gallon tank, because obviously, you know, I just gotta be more careful with those bricks. That's I'm an idiot. You know, water splashes, accidents happen. Accidents happen. This, I'm just glad I caught it now and not later, when the tank, you know, went boom, exploded, water everywhere, water ruins my wall, I have to do drywall now, or something stupid like that. So I'm glad I caught it now. My fish are still alive, my fish are alright, and I'm going to have to replace this tank. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. All I'm gonna say is, don't be like me. Be careful with your fish tanks. Okay? This was an accident. That's all it was. It was an accident, but be careful with your fish tanks. You're putting the lives of your fish in danger with cracking the tank like I did. So be careful with your fish tanks. That's the takeaway from this video. If anything, I have fond memories of this 9-gallon tank. It was my first Fluvoflex tank, and it's funny because I never thought originally when I got into the aquarium hobby that I would never be into designer tanks, but I saw the Fluvoflex. I really wanted it. I had to wait months until I had the opportunity to finally get one, and this is my first Fluvoflex, and now it's broken, now it's gone. It is what it is. The takeaway from this video is just be careful with your tanks, and I will definitely be more careful in the future. I'm just glad it wasn't my 32.5 gallon aquarium. I'm glad it wasn't my shelled water tank, or, for God's sakes, my seahorse tank in the other room. With that said, thank you guys for watching, and I am out. Bye. Sucks. Just sucks.